So today, we're playing a ranger, and we've got an exciting round 2 start by getting the legendary Excalibur early. But there's more. We might also get the unique food item Gingerbread Jerry, which scales up our life, regen, and empower. Plus we'll be using the guard power skill to scale up our regen and empower even more. But hey, will we throw this awesome start? Or will Gingerbread Jerry win us the game? Let's find out. Okay, let's go into some rank games with a random character and see who we're going to get today. Okay, so it looks like we're playing the ranger. We do start off with a rogue potion, which is madness. So we're going to grab our food items. Let's grab our wooden sword. And we're going to have to roll looking for a frying pan. Because this is going to be turn 1 Excalibur. Turn 1 Excalibur is going to be nuts. And yeah, we're going to move on. So let's see what we can do with this. If we're going to use up all the stamina, rogue potion is going to trigger and it's going to give us 1 empower and our stamina. But our opponent does have the help bot, so we could actually be in big trouble here. But hey, can we actually bring it back? Not too bad. Just pause the video to remind you to like, comment or subscribe if you enjoyed the video. It really helps me out. Thanks. Now let's get back to the video. Actually win our first rounds. And yeah, we're going to be pretty darn strong with Excalibur right now. I'm just going to craft up a torch. I'm going to grab this for now too. I'm going to grab the shiny shell. Let's grab the stone. Let's waste our 1 gold rolling. And that's genuinely absurd. I'm also going to want to grab these food items too. But a mana orb on round 2 is straight up nuts, especially with the Excalibur as well. So we should be in an insane position. For sure, and our opponent is going to be rocking a shell totem with the broom, but I mean this Excalibur is going to be doing so much damage in round 2. So it's not too bad. We got our torch. Let's grab our mana orb. Let's grab our banana. Which I mean for right now, it is going to be in this position. It's going to be targeting 2 of our bananas with Excalibur, but yeah, we're going to be moving on. We do have a torch, but the torch is just going to add to our DPS, to be honest. We don't necessarily need it, and we're going to be looking to get rid of it, because we could go for a Mana Thirst Excalibur type build. So we do want to keep our eyes open for a Hunger Blade as soon as possible. But hey, so far, definitely looking awesome. Now the thing is, we could take Nourish, please. But I don't think we actually want that. It would help us to scale up our Excalibur quite nicely. We can also take Guard Power here. Try to get some Empower. It might not be terrible, but it is going to be quite slow. We also got Spinning for Dummies, which is going to be not too bad for stamina. But we're not really necessarily going to need this. So I think our only option here is to actually take Guard Power. Grab an early healing herbs. Let's grab this too, and let's grab this garlic as well. I'm going to sell the shiny shell to roll. And you know what? I kind of want another stone with another banana on sale. I think I'm actually going to leave the banana. We're going to move on. So we'll see. Can we keep up with this opponent who is rocking a shovel, spiked shields? With the extra angry, they're going to have 2 goes of Battle Rage. But can we beat him down before the Battle Rage does come back? Because it is going to be 4 seconds after the Battle Rage ends. We should have enough time to smash him down. So not too bad. Let's grab another friendly back. Let's grab another stone. Let's roll again. And we definitely want this. So let's keep our stones, but I'm going to sell it. Let's grab you, hoping for Ambit Feasting. Okay, we definitely hit the jackpot today. Definitely hit the jackpot with Ambit Feasting for sure. I'm going to sell a stone because I do want to roll looking for some food items. And holy moly, it just keeps getting on better. But hey, might as well put in a stone. And let's keep moving for now. They're definitely the most illegal Excalibur start I think I've ever had in my life. But our opponent does have the spiked, shielded spike shield, which is going to block a lot of damage. They're going to have some heals, they're going to have some scaling damage. So actually, if there was an opponent that could take us down, it could be this one. Yeah, for sure, because we're going to be blocking some insane damage. We're going to be eating up our stamina. And yeah, it does take us out, unfortunately. And holy moly, that's another mana orb. Yeah, there's definitely some in this game. The game is literally playing itself. For right now though, we're going to grab our food items. It does give us a pineapple if we do want it. Let's grab this. And a cheese as well. So we could sell our banana and our torch. We could grab this mana orb this round. We do want to keep our torch for a little bit of extra DPS. You know, I'm going to sell it. Let's sell this. Let's place this in for now. And I am going to move on with the setup. I'm definitely going to grab our cheese and our pineapple in the next shop, but yeah, we should have some insane mana gains right now. For Eggscalibur to go straight up nuts. But can we deal with this opponent? They are going to be inflicting a lot of cold, especially with the marksman 2. They're going to be dealing a lot of damage. And it's actually looking super close, but amazing. Now, which food item are we going to grab first here? I think honestly, we're probably going to grab the cheese. It does give us a pineapple on sale, which we're going to sell our stone to grab and place that in. Now, we're going to take this fanny pack as well, but honestly, we can't actually really afford to take it right now. Now, we should be able to turbo stack spikes along with our max life as well. So definitely looking insane. The only problem is our mana is going to take forever to actually stack up. So in the time it does stack up, we could take a lot of damage. For sure. But once we do get it going, we should be in a pretty good spot. And the next food item we're looking for is a chili. However, our opponent is scaling up a lot of damage with all these little short bows. And I'm actually going to take us out here, unfortunately. I would actually love to grab the big bowl of treats here. Big bowl of treats to be getting a bunch of random buffs. I do like it a lot with Eggscalibur, but I mean, Yggsdrasil is going to give us our mana and it's going to cleanse and heal us on top of it. It's going to be a no-brainer to actually just take Yggsdrasil for now. Let's grab this, let's grab our pineapple, and it does give us a chili. I'm going to sell the pineapple to grab the chili, because the chili is definitely going to be worth it. Now, unfortunately, our Yggsdrasil is going to sit in this position for right now. I'm going to move on with this for right now. It's only going to give us 10 mana. Now, we are going to begin double snow stick with the no rush please, but I'm hoping that we can turbo stack heat with these chili peppers. But we do need to activate Eggscalibur pretty fast. Every time we do activate it though, we should be able to cleanse some of that cold. So it shouldn't be too bad here. Your opponent is actually going to be stacking up way more cold on themselves eventually. But we'll see. Eggscalibur is going to be dealing some big damage with the Empower. We have gotten 2. So yeah, we actually do counter this opponent quite nicely here. And that's the reason why I did want to take Yggsdrasil here. It's just going to be much better, to be honest. Okay, let's grab ourselves a set of blueberries. Another chili is going to be insane. And another cheese. We're going to sell this one garlic to grab this Almonds of Energy. Okay, definitely the most insane run I've had so far. For sure. The Almonds of Energy is going to be straight up nuts. It's going to refund some of our buffs. Yeah, we're going to be moving on. We definitely want to grab this cheese. We're going to go for chili cheese Eggscalibur. Stacking up max life, stacking up heat. But the problem is, we're in no storage because we keep buying food items and amulets. But Eggscalibur should have just insane scaling right now. For sure. It definitely taking on this Berserker with a fancy rapier, and not too bad. Now, blood manipulation here is probably going to be our best call because we're going to have tons and tons of heals with Yggsdrasil, which means we're going to deal 15% of that healing as damage every time we do activate Eggscalibur. Otherwise, we could have some fun, go hardwood, grab a bunch of wooden swords, and let Eggscalibur stack up all that damage for us. Turn Burst, honestly, is not going to be great for us. It will stack up a lot of spikes, but blood manipulation is definitely going to be the way. Awesome, we got ourselves that storage. We really need it. Let's grab our cheese. And I mean, we're just going to have to grab this chili once again. But hey, let's grab a garlic. This gives us a banana, which we don't necessarily want. Let's put back in our starved courage. And we're going to move on. So we did place our mana orbs slightly over, which is going to be targeting our banana and our cheese as well as our Eggscalibur. Just going to be targeting 3 of our food items. I'm going to Eggscalibur. So yeah, we should be in a pretty good spot. Our opponent does have the ice armor, but yeah, they're not going to be inflicting any debuffs on us. They're also going to have the hardwood with the frying pan, and they're going to be looking to get a big mana buff bomb. But hey, Eggscalibur is straight up nuts right now. For sure. Now, how about we make it even more nuts with a gingerbread jerry? You know what? We're going to take it. It does give us another chili, which I'm going to have to take, another cheese. Which I mean, the cheese is probably going to be better than the card anyway. Potentially. But I am going to move on. Now, we're going to try out the gingerbread jerry. Gingerbread jerry is going to eat up a lot more of our mana, but will also help us heal up for Yggsdrasil Leaf. But we'll see. We should be able to stack up more max life. Potentially, although it is going to eat up a lot of our mana. So potentially it might actually be worse here. But so far, not looking too bad. Our opponent does have a crazy amount of Aments of Darkness. And I thought we hit the nuts. They do have 3 Aments of Darkness with enchanted weapons. And they're going to be stealing our buffs with these dragons. So unfortunately, yeah, we're going to have a tough time. Definitely going to begin this spawn for sure. We're actually kind of surviving a little bit. But we do end up falling short. Unfortunately, 3 Aments of Darkness with a Skull Badge. With the Amethyst Whelps. And I thought we hit the nuts. We definitely did not. Now I'm going to grab this. Let's grab our cheese. Let's roll. It did give us another cheese, what I didn't necessarily want. Unfortunately, going to sell 1 chili here. 1 garlic. So we can grab this bit of storage. Now, am I going to keep these items? We could get rid of our pineapple instead of spike stacking. We could go for more max life stacking. Each cheese is going to give us a random buff, which could be that luck, could be heat. And it could also be mana. But I think we're going to rock on with this. The Gingerbread Jerry might actually have to go here. But we'll see. We're going to begin a build that is going to be stealing some of our buffs. So we'll see. Eggscalibur is going to be proccing quite nicely. We should be able to turbo stack our max life like there's no tomorrow. But they're actually doing quite big damage. But hey, we're scaling up our regen. We're scaling up our Empower. Like crazy too. That's 20 Empower. And holy moly. Yeah, this is looking straight up nuts. Now we're definitely going to need to add in a second weapon here. For sure. For some big damage. And we could also take the Prismatic Orb here, but we don't necessarily want it. We're going to grab this. We're going to grab a Lucky Clover for now. Let's roll again. And we definitely want to grab a Hunger Blade. Well, let's roll once more. Although we could go Fancy Rapier. But I think I'm going to go Hunger Blade here. Since we're going to be turbo stacking regen, we can turbo stack Vampirism, which is going to give us a lot of heals. But we do have to wait around to actually place that in. Obviously, can we deal with a Stone Golem, Cubert, practically large Greatsword, with Nourish Please, and a Piercing Arrow? Definitely a bit of strange builds. They're going to be surviving until they get their practically large Greatsword online, and they're actually going to start dealing some insane damage. Really, can we continue to scale up our max life? And a regen. To absurd levels. Potentially. Although, they're dealing some insane damage, but we do answer back, and amazing. Genuinely amazing. And we did get our 10 wins. And we only end up with a 40 DPS, where our opponent had 60 DPS. But we did have a lot of damage reduction with the Nourish Please. As for heals, we do have 50 healing per second. And as for max health, we do have 37 max health gained as well. As for block, 15. Not a whole lot. But I definitely think we can make this a lot crazier. So let's continue on for right now. So we're going to need to grab this. We're going to place you back in. Now we don't really want to craft up a Mana Thirst here. But we're going to grab this bit of storage. Now we do want to keep our Star of Courage. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to give crit chance to our Hunger Blade for right now. And I am going to move on. All I want to do is find a bunch of Aments of Energy. Even more Aments of Feasting might not be too bad here too. But we'll see. Adding in a second weapon here is going to eat up our stamina, but it is going to make much better use of our Vampirism. Along with our Empower too. We should be able to deal some big damage. Now the Acorn Collar are actually bad call because we're using up our luck straight away. With our Gingerbread Jerry. To scale up our regen and our Empower. Right now I do actually want to see. Your healing has increased by quite a bit. As for damage, yeah, we're up to 60 DPS. Which is not too bad. I'm going to grab a set of Blu-rays. We could grab a bunch of cards. You know what, we could actually grab this flute as well. To potentially grab a bunch of luck generation. Now I'm going to roll here. I definitely want to grab this potion belt. But I am going to move on once again. So Mana Orbs, Aments of Energy. Should be pretty good. Now we are going to begin Enchanted Staff of Fire, Holy Spear. This is going to have a lot of scaling damage super fast. But I mean, we can just turbo scale our max life like there's no tomorrow. Although, it was looking kind of dicey because they did get their invulnerability. But not too bad. That shield eating up a lot of stamina too. Let's grab a potion belt. Now, do we actually want a fanfare here? We can also grab the corrupted crystal to inflict some fatigue damage as well. Since we're going to go turbo fast with some chili peppers, it might actually be kind of nice as well. You know, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to roll. I'm going to grab this extra potion bolts. We can place this back in. And I am going to move on with this right now. So the corrupted crystal is just in to try and deal a little bit more damage. Now, it's not going to be insane by any means. But if we're going to go turbo fast, it means we're going to increase the speed of this. But we'll see, our opponent does have a crazy amount of regen, especially with the enchanted weapons too. We're going to have tons and tons of heals. So can they actually outpace us? It's looking like so. Unfortunately, they could deal some big damage to us. It's actually looking super close. And unfortunately, we just end up falling short. Unfortunately, we do end up falling short. Now, hell yeah, we're going to grab this. Little Whales. Honestly, not a bad call here. I expect we're going to be dealing a lot more damage. Now, I'm going to roll. I'm also considering grabbing this heart container. This heart container, we'll have to sell our flute for it. Sell our flute and our healing herbs. But that's something we really, really want to do. You know what? I'm going to sell it. I'm going to take it. And we could craft up a Heart of Darkness here, which I'm kind of down for. Let's roll once more. We could grab ourselves that corrupted crystal once again, but I'm going to move on. Now this is going to increase our healing efficiency. It's also going to give us a ton of life. But we are going to begin a Mr. Struggles. We're going to have a crazy ton of healing reduction. And they're going to be stealing all our buffs. So it is going to make it much more difficult to get our Excalibur online. We're slowly getting our mana up, but it might actually be too late. Yeah, as nuts as I thought this build was going to be, we do want to fall short. We do have a super bad problem with buff removal, for sure. Now we could take the lamp here. So we get some luck stacking as well. Some spike stacking, some mana stacking. Some mana stacking. I'm going to grab this protect little person. Let's roll one more time. And yeah, this is going to be a final setup. Now, we did only survive with 2 lives left, even though we did hit the insane Excalibur turn 2 into Gingerbread Jerry, into Yggsdrasil Leaf. But at least with a Heart of Darkness in right now, we should be able to steal a lot of buffs. And we should be able to get a lot of max life, get some power, and also reducing our opponent's healing as well. Now, is this going to be good enough? We'll have to see. We're going to move on. Now, we are going to slow this one down because we are going to begin a Deerwood Guardian, Torn Whip type build. They're going to have the Captain's Comfort, enchanted weapons. They're going to be turbo stacking spikes like there's no tomorrow. Can we go turbo on our max life? Now with Gingerbread Jerry, it is going to be using up a lot more mana first, which might be a little less than ideal. But it is going to be turbo stacking our regen, turbo stacking our power. We did activate our Heart of Darkness pretty much instantly. And their healing is going to be reduced by quite a bit. Now they're going to get to the battle edge. It's going to be a ton of heals. But we almost have 1,000 life and 25 in power. Now they do get invulnerability. Allow them to survive for a little bit longer. But yeah, it's looking pretty good for us. That's 45 regen, 37 power, and not too bad. So, we did end up with a 51 DPS, but our opponent did have a lot of damage reduction with the cap, with the battle rage, and especially their invulnerability with the glowing crown as well. So our DPS definitely could have been higher. As for heals, we do end up with a 40 healing per second, even though they do have some healing reduction. But as for our max life gained, we got 820 life. Come from our Gingerbread Jerry, giving us 20 per second. Our cheeses, our Heart of Darkness, giving us 100 life. And our cheese that is off to the side as well. As for block, not a whole lot of block. But yeah, definitely fun build. Now Gingerbread Jerry here, I'm not entirely sure if it was definitely worth adding in, because it does use up a lot more mana first. And we only did manage to find 2 mana orbs. Even though we did find these mana orbs super early on. The amount of energy also helping with our mana sustain too. But I definitely would have liked to grab more mana orbs for sure. But hey, we did survive 2 lives left. Let's go and see just how much rank points we managed to get. Plus 20. Holy moly, that's kind of insane. Ranked us up quite a bit actually. But hey, I'm going to leave you here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope to keep looking for the next one. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're back into history. We're going to begin Enchanted, Tusk Poker, Claws Attack, Poison Ivy. They're going to be turbo stacking spikes. But we're going to keep cleansing those debuffs. With our Yggsdrasil Leaf, our poison damage is not going to be doing too much for opponents. But yeah, looking pretty good. Not too bad. Okay, we're going to begin a super fast fancy fencing rapier with a burning blade with tons of invulnerability. Which is going to be quite interesting. They're going to get their invulnerability for quite some time. They're going to be scaling up their damage super fast. But can we scale up our life faster than our opponent? Can scale up their damage. They're actually doing quite a bit of damage. But that's big old damage and not too bad. Okay, we're going to begin a snake, serpent staff, poison spear, ice dragon type build. But again, we're going to be pretty good at going into debuff stacking builds. We can cleanse all these debuffs pretty fast. I say that, they're turbo stacking poison still. And it's actually increasing like crazy, especially with the enchanted as well. But hey, still looking pretty good for us and not too bad. Okay, we're going to begin a dancing dragon, knife to meet you. This dancing dragon is going to be dealing a ton of damage. This knife to meet you is going to trigger super fast. And we could potentially get bursted down here super fast unless we turbo scale our max life like there's no tomorrow. And amazing. Okay, we're going to begin an enchanted Bloodthorn Spike Staff. They were guarding with a bunch of cheats. So they're going to be turbo stacking their max life. They're going to be turbo stacking in power. So we'll see how we get on. Definitely interesting enchanted Bloodthorn Spike Staff. But so far, looking pretty good. They do get their invulnerability, allowing them to heal back up just a little bit, but yeah, not too bad for us. Okay, we're going up again an enchanted Eggscalibur with a Pandemonium 2. This point is going to be inflicting a ton of poison. They're going to be stacking up a lot of spikes and cheese as well. They're going to be using the enchanted weapons as well on Eggscalibur. But hey, looking like our Eggscalibur build is going to be a little bit better. For sure, we have a ton of max life and dealing insane damage. So not too bad overall. Okay, we're going to begin a dual wielding burning blade, burning sword with enchanted weapons. Which they're going to be turbo stacking heat like there's no tomorrow. They're going to get to their friendly fire wind gun, dealing 100 damage, but as long as we keep stacking up our max life, yeah, we should have no problem.